Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Ramblin Deano's Coffee and a Song. Welcome aboard. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and I'm back at my TV job, soon to be back at my automotive job. And, I was talking to everybody last week about how I was going to try and fit this into my world as I've returned to my auto repair job. And I was concerned about having enough time to do all the other creative pursuits that are involved with this business we call show. And yeah, I think I've got something figured out where I can just keep this going on a Monday to Friday basis. And that is that we're going to start cycling through all of my own material on a regular basis. I'm not going to attempt so many cover versions. So it just dawned on me that was the biggest part of the workload, was trying to do a show almost every day where I was learning 3 new songs, and that required, a couple 3 hours every evening selecting the songs, getting the lyrics typed out, and then attempting to learn the songs and attempting to play them properly while staring at a lyric sheet on the screen. So, I don't have unlimited material of my own, but much like all TV shows, there are going to be reruns, and none of these will be an exact rerun. You're just gonna, if you watch for years, you're going to hear some of the same songs over and over again, which I think is all right. Because I really don't want to let this go. I like this as part of my daily routine, and I like seeing you all here every morning. Quite frankly, I have a feeling that at some point in the not too distant future, we may be headed for a second lockdown period, and that's going to be even more of a reason for me to stay here and stay talking to you every morning. So that's that. I have no plans to change this. George Jones Friday will remain the same, so that I will definitely learn 3 new George Jones songs every week. But the days of 5 days a week learning 3 new songs are over for me. I'm going to play a lot of my own material, which is kind of what I'm here to promote anyway. So it's all starting to make sense to me now. I appreciate you letting me, lay on the psychologist's couch and work out my problems in front of you live every day here. So today I thought I would do some songs that I recorded with one of my Texas bands, Ice Cold Singles. And the bar scene in the background is from the cover of the fantastic vinyl LP that we released not that long ago. But for those of you who might not know the story of Ice Cold Singles, is that for many years I went down and to Austin, Texas, and played with my band, the Waco Brothers, and we got to be especially good friends with the folks in the Meat Purveyors, who were also signed to Bloodshot Records. So we played a lot of gigs together over the years, and personality-wise, we just hit it off, as is evidenced by the fact that I'm married to one of them now. But at a certain point, after maybe going to South by, 7 or 8 years in a row, I was having some drinks with Pete, the mandolin player in the Meat Purveyors, and said, what if I wrote some songs and we played something where it was kind of the Meat Purveyors backing me up in kind of an acoustic manner. And that's where it all started. And so we started playing a couple times a year in Austin, and I wrote this set of songs. And we made numerous attempts to get it recorded, and for one reason or another, some of it got released digitally, some of it not. It's all pretty much out there now. I've been playing a lot of these songs with these guys Christ, for almost probably 12, 13, maybe more years now than that. But it's never anything that we're gonna, it's become too big a band now. It's 7 pieces now. Now it's never going to be anything we're going to embark on a nationwide tour, because you can't really, get paid $200 a show and somehow keep 7 people on the roads. So that's just the reality. But no one's on the road right now, right? Anyway, so this first one I'm going to do, this first Ice Cold Singles song, has a theme that, I just incorporated some images I experienced from my childhood, from a childhood visit to Niagara Falls. And it's called Maid of the Mist. Maid of the Mist is the boat that circles around Niagara and Horseshoe Falls. And, just riding on that boat as a kid left a memory for me, and I just kind of used it to center a kind of strange relationship song around Maid of the Mist. Broke down and busted in the middle of nowhere. I hear the roar of Niagara off in the distance. As my head hits the pillow, I swear I can see you on the deck of the Maid of the Mist. Ever since I remember, I've had bad vision, like looking through water, trying to add up the shapes, and I can make out the rough lines of someone familiar on the deck of the Maid of the Mist. As I climb in the barrel, I got no worries, not even trembling. I got no regrets. When I rise from the bottom, in your raincoat you'll kiss me on the deck of the Maid of the Mist. On the deck of the Maid of the Mist. On the deck of the Maid of the Mist. There you have it, Maid of the Mist. I put a new set of strings on the '68 Yamaha. That is my recent addition to my grouping of guitars that I'm absolutely in love with, and I'm gonna be curious to listen to today's recordings, because it might. You put a new set of strings on, the old ones are pretty dead sounding, and this may be a little trebly, so we'll see if I need to make some adjustments. So the next one is one that I only started playing with a band once Ice Cold Singles came around, but I wrote this in '92. ish or so. I wrote this before the Waco Brothers even existed, and it's called State Line Bar, and the State Line Bar was a bar that my band Wreck happened to stop in. And I'll tell you the story that I always tell when I play this at house concerts and whatnot. We had kind of a running gag when Wreck was on tour that there was a black cloud following our band around, just hovering over the van as we drove around the country, because so many bad things happened to us on tour. And we were on our way from Albuquerque to Austin, and we stopped at a bar called the State Line Bar because it was just an absolute massive hailstorm, and our cargo van, it was like being pelted like we were inside of a tin can or something. And we walked into the bar, and we said to the bartender, "Wow, it's quite a storm out there. Do you get things like that around here very often?" And the guy looked at us and said, "It hasn't rained here in 11 months," thereby confirming confirming our theory that we were cursed. But the song kind of uses some of the imagery of being at that bar, and actually, in a very vague way, I'm trying to get at the notion that I felt at the time of how threatening things like right-wing talk radio were and things like that. It's very vague in the lyrics, but it's almost kind of quaint now to think that talk radio was the thing we were most concerned about in 1992 if you were a liberal like me. But anyway, State Line Bar. Talk to the people you talk to. The State Line Bar sits on the edge of a precipice. What can you say? The county is full of talk on the airwaves. Nothing for miles, nothing to speak of anyway. Walls here are lined with dollar bills, 1,000 or so. What you ignore loses its meaning. It won't rain for months. So how do you do? How do you talk to the people you talk to? The State Line Bar sits on the edge of a precipice. I hear the static The State Line Bar. I have tried since then to locate any evidence of this bar near that highway that I can't remember the highway number that we most certainly would have been taking from Albuquerque to Austin. I can't find any information about it, so it either does not exist, got renamed, or maybe was just a figment of my band's imagination. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm going to finish up with one that for a long time I wrote lots and lots of songs that kind of center around this idea of a misfit who can't quite get his life together. I don't know whether it was autobiographical or not. I've always been a pretty stable individual, other than a few ups and downs in my life. So I don't know that I felt that this person was me, but I certainly, there are elements of me in all of these songs. And I certainly saw a lot of people around me like this. But this one's called Same Time, Same Channel, and maybe that's appropriate for my regular TV show here. Those of you who are in my age group will remember that oftentimes when somebody were ending their variety show on TV, they would tell you that we'll be here next week, Thursday, same time, same channel. And this is kind of like about one of these misfits that's life is on perpetual rerun like that. So, same time, same channel. Same time, same channel. Trying to move on down the line without flying off the handle. So I'll meet you at the punchline of our usual routine. Same time, same channel. Well, I'm quite aware that there are those less fortunate than me. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Wake up on my couch and see their eyes on my TV, and then I slump back to my old test pattern. Same time, same channel. Trying to move on down the line without flying off the handle. So I'll meet you at the punchline of our usual routine. Same time, same channel. Parking tickets that I just threw in the trunk of the car where I lock up my keys. I don't know why I keep expecting different results. My life's the definition of insanity. Same time, same channel. Trying to move on down the line without flying off the handle. So I'll meet you at the punchline of our usual routine. Same time, same channel. So I'll meet you at the punchline of our usual routine. Same time, same channel. And there you have it. Neil is asking whether this was recorded or released. Yes, it is on our fine vinyl LP, Ice Cold Singles, Ramblin Deano and Ice Cold Singles. And it was recorded probably 3 times before it actually got released. So it is out there for you to listen to on my website for free, or on Spotify or whatever streaming service you use. But boy, I sure got a pile of those records in my basement. I'd sure love it if you're a vinyl lover, if somebody might want to go to my website and order one, along with all my other fabulous merchandise there. Hey, thank you for joining me each and every day. I really appreciate it, and I'm hoping to continue this on for as long as I can muster it. We're pushing 60 episodes now, so that's pretty impressive, I think, and look forward to many, many more. So, hey folks, you all have a great day. As always, stay safe, stay sane, stay home if you can, and I will see you tomorrow morning with some more of my tunes. Bye-bye.